Late last night I found out there was a new Pokemon game, and I knew immediately I had to do a first impressions video on this, so I recorded for over an hour. I roughly edited it together, and it was way too late, and I was more busy just making sure my recording was working, etc. Than really paying attention and learning the game. This morning I finished the edit and I did like a live commentary on it, trying to make sense of what I recorded the evening before. Let's try to find out together. Don't worry, you're getting this intro again with music and everything. Let's go. First things first, we're gonna make sure that we're old enough to buy the in-game purchases. After that, make sure you read these terms of use very good. Just accept it like normal. Read it very carefully and start the game, and we're greeted by the intro. Then I got this beautiful widescreen. Turned out I just had to tap the screen, but it didn't tell me. Then I got this beautiful long downloading screen. I'm not gonna let you wait for that. And I got another long screen. It was the connection. So I'm just gonna let you show how long it took. There is a lot of dialogue and connection screens and everything. It took me over an hour to record, and I edited it down to 25 minutes. So yeah, there's gonna be a little bit like cuts in the music and everything and in the audio, but it's or that or waiting for another half an hour longer. So yeah, I think I made the right choice. Let's tap the screen and let's go. Here you're greeted by Mr. Rose, or Rose, I don't know how you pronounce it. If I understood correctly, you're gonna battle him. He like arranged this tournament, and if you win, you can win his house. So that's a good deal, I think. After this, you have to set up your username or nickname, and it can only be up to 8 characters long, so just make sure you have that in mind. 8, up to 8, 8. Thank you. So just make sure you choose something unique. You cannot really battle without Pokemon, so they give you like a whole duel set, 6 Pokemon, 3 cards, or I think they're called plates. But apparently you can also not battle without one of these. It's very important. I was expecting like a Pokédex, but no. And again, a mask. I'm not making this up. Then you make sure you look like something that has no soul, and you're up to your first battle. Well, at least it's a practice battle. So we're gonna take this slow, and we're gonna do it at the original speed. This is really gonna teach you the basics. Well, Luca's gonna teach us the basics, but I'm just gonna read it, and we're gonna do it together. So here I move my Eevee in front of his Voltorb to battle it. You can see that the explanation says that you cannot move onto or past the point that is occupied by an opponent's figure. So I have to battle it basically. So I click on it and we get the battle. We get 2 spinners, I stop mine and he stops his, or the computer stops his. And whoever has the highest attack or highest value wins. So you will see now we both spin it. I get 30, he has 10, so I win. Easy. So his Voltorb gets moved to the Poke Center, and my path is basically cleared towards his orange play button, or reverse play button if you want to be correct, if you look at it from our angle. And that's the end goal. If I get there, I win. It's now telling you that if you miss your attack, that any hit from them is basically a win, which is pretty logical. Like I said, he will be sent there. There can be 2 health in the Poke Center, and then when the third one gets entered, the first one gets in again, with a little twist, but you will see that later. He moved his Voltorb close to mine, and I moved my Bulbasaur to the middle of the field, because it's gonna teach me something called surrounding. Basically, it says also, this is surrounding. If you surround an opponent's figure on all sides, you automatically beat him without even battling. So that's nice. So I beat him. That's 2 down for me, 0 for him. But yeah, it's a training thing, so I'm basically gonna expect it to teach me how to win this game at least. Now it's telling me about the plates. It's basically cards with special powers on them. This one is called Mido Power, and it will give me give my grass Pokemon 20 more attack. So that's good. So I use my Bulbasaur, and I get my Whip 30, but I get 20 more, so 50. So I bitch slap him off the board. So now it's telling me that once 3 Pokemon are sent to the Poke Center, the first one there returns to the bench. But there's like a stop, yeah. But any figure rejoining the band enters a wait status, and that means it cannot be used for 1 turn. So yeah, makes sense. But there's like all like sorts of little twists and different things, and then basically it's free for me to walk to the goal. And I won this one. Well, that wasn't really challenging, but at least it's like a nice way to get the basics of the game down. And then it crashed again on me. So I did my little like 2 taps and rhythmic things and everything, but it wasn't budging. So I had to restart it again. And I think it gave me this booster thing for crashing or something. I have no idea what happened. And there are some rare metals in there. And it's telling me that I can use these metals and my Pokemons to fuse them together. And that will give them experience and level them up. But I didn't really get the gist of it because I can select also other Pokemons in there. But I didn't want to try it out yet because I didn't want to fuse all my Pokemons away. So yeah, you can like fuse them and I didn't really get the full gist of it, but it's fun. But there's like a lot of things you can do game-wise, game modes, trainings, fusions, evolve. It's a little bit too much to get your head around the first time, if you ask me. But yeah, makes it cool maybe if you understand everything and you're really getting into it. So now, if you missed it, my Pikachu leveled up because I fused it, and I can choose to enhance the size of the attacks. And it's basically telling me that if you don't know what you want to do, you can also just tell let the computer basically, or the artificial intelligence or AI, recommend you a move. And that's what I did because I had no idea what to do. So yeah, it recommended me to do the Thunder Strike, and I thought let's do that because I didn't know if the Thunder Wave or the Gold one was more powerful, so why not? If you recommend it, let's do this one. Then it told me I had a message, and it gave me a free booster ticket. And I always have like I don't know, like 2 ways I think about this. It's like they're trying to promote you how effective and how beautiful it is when you get these booster tickets or when you use these gems or whatever you want to call them. But of course these things cost money or are really hard to get or something like this, and 9 out of 10 times in games they give you in the beginning, they show you this and they give you things to promote it, and then you're on your own, and then it's like screw you, buy it and buy more, and please buy more. So yeah, it's nice that they give you something, but I don't know, maybe it's just me being weird and should be happy that I get something, but let's just keep going. Here it's telling me that my duel statistics will be saved here and that you can duel against friends or people near you using this room match, and that you can also watch other people play, which I will be doing or showing you guys later, like the highest level I could find. And if you want to play single player, it's the last one, and it's called Quests. And then I will also be checking the menus, but there wasn't really anything really interesting I could find there to show you guys, or that I thought was really noteworthy to share. And it's telling me that if I got a little bit better, I should see them again. And it's giving me more gems for basically just clicking and going through what kind of forced dialogue. And it's telling me that I have some daily missions, and it will, of course, reward me for doing these things. And it's fun to see that you get like 3 missions a day, and it has some rules, and it even show you what you can get to if you complete these missions. And I got 3 more messages, and guess what? More gems here, 100 of them. See how easy it is if you have those, and then out of nowhere you run out, and then you need to get someone's credit card to get them because I have no money. This is the trading center, and it has basically 10 levels as far as I could see for now. Maybe you unlock more if you beat the 10th one, but as far as I can see now, it has 10 levels, which is nice to just train. Here you can see my plates or my power-up cards, however you want to call them. But what I saw, if you press expand, it says expand the plate case by 10. So it cost me 10 diamonds to expand my case, but I don't really know what that means. And later on you will see that you can buy these cards for diamonds also. But then you have to pay more diamonds to be able to use them or put them in your case or something, whatever that means. I have no idea. So here I'm scrolling through the leagues that you have. So now I'm at Elite, it's like 1500, and there's the Pokemons that go along with them. I don't know if that means that you can unlock them then, or I don't know. I didn't find that yet. The last one is the Master one, 2300, which is pretty cool. And there are some Pokemons I have never heard of. Then I thought I've seen it all, but then this guy gave me this thing, and when you tap on it, it literally opens the Matrix. Yeah, I never seen the Matrix, but it just looked cool, and I don't know. Yeah, I was surprised at this guy. So it turns out this thing actually can predict or do all the moves you want. So you just click it and it does it for you, and then the next turn you click it again and it predicts the best move for you. And I thought, well, that's no fun, but let's give it a try. So my first game without it telling me what to do, I just kept pressing the AI button or artificial intelligence and let the Matrix thing just basically do my moves. And I sped it up a little bit because it's a little bit of a weird, well, I thought so. Because of course this is the first game, so like the other training game, you're probably, they made it so you win this easily. It would be pretty messed up if you lose your first game. Wouldn't be really supportive for you to keep playing the game. And here I accidentally pressed on the switch Pokemon thing and I couldn't get it away. I pressed everything, even the back button. So I switched my Pokemon for no reason. And this thing basically, or this enemy basically didn't do anything. It just kept running back and forth. And in the end you'll see I just run to the end without even battling him once. So that's why I thought I just wanted to show the whole thing. Because this is not really fun. Keep in mind that I only pressed the AI button and I didn't do any move. I just kept pressing one button. And then it crashed once again. But it did recover. It did recover what I had. So I was really surprised to see this. And when I pressed yes, it actually put me right back to the win. And it actually gave me my rewards that I damn well earned. So I get some experience points and some coins. I actually never found out what the coins are used for. At least not yet. I will go into this. And I need to battle one more time. And giving me more rewards because it just wants me to keep on playing and spending stuff. Oh, it's actually a Pokemon. Well, it wants me to keep on fusing them with other Pokemon. And there's something else, it's called a deck check. And you can basically check how your deck stacks against your opponent's one. And it says if it's above 1000, then it means your deck is good. So I was pretty good with 1100. And this is my next game against the computer or AI. And this time I also did some own moves. I did some AI moves. It was a little bit mixed up. And we pick up when we both had 3 figures, they call, or characters, whatever you want to call them, on the board. It was a pretty easy game. It's pretty funny. There were actually some battles. This one. Of course, he gets on my Pikachu. He gets smacked with the black hand one time. I have no idea what that means. And I swoop in for the win. And guess what? I get more gems for it. It's only 3, but still. It's nice. And it allows me to open up 2 of these things that remind me of Overwatch, but they're not. And I get 2 Pokemon that I don't know. This one I call Twister or Pretzel. And this one is a weird eating plant or something, I have no idea. And I get more. It ghost type okay, bye. And some more materials to fuse, but level up or experience something, because I don't really know what that does yet. Ghost type Pokemon deal plus 20 damage. This effect lasts until one of your opponent's Pokemon is knocked out by the ghost type Pokemon. Your turn ends. So I was checking for more stuff, and what I do like, if they are pretty transparent with what you can expect from these cards or these booster packs or whatever you're buying or unlocking, however you want to call it, and it actually shows you the exact percentage of chance you can get these Pokemon or unlock these plates or power ups or whatever you can unlock, which I like. It's good to know. I'm just scrolling through for the people who want to see everything that you can unlock. And here you see some more plates or power-up cards. The top ones are 160 diamonds and the bottom ones are 18. And then you still had to extend your case or to use them, or probably or something. I don't know yet what that means. And this is the material exchange. I have 150 now by just completing quests and doing the daily things they told me to do. And you can then exchange these material parts for full Pokemons or Pokemons, whatever. And I'm just scrolling through here to see what Pokemons are in the game at the moment. And it seems to be a mixture of the first generation Pokemons, which I do know, and some other Pokemons that I don't know, probably second, third, whatever generation, I have no idea. And then there are some sorting options in the bottom right. I was really curious how these games would really play out at a higher level. So there are these featured games. I'm going to show you 3 of those. This is like the middle or normal one, like I expected it to go. I sped it up for you guys. They started at turn 300, and I think they end up turn 266 out of my head. It goes back and forth a little bit. There are some battles, and basically one of the guys wins. This is how I expected it to go. Nothing weird. But then there's this other game, and I'm gonna try to explain to you guys as good as I can. He lands on this really big trickery thing, which allows to spin his wheel to this really powerful small attack. That's already weird. And then I think it stays normal for a little bit. Yeah, this is just a normal battle, basically. That's already 20 turns. And this is where things go crazy a little bit again. This guy gets 120, but then the other guy gets also 120 out of nowhere. Then nothing happens. And then he loses somehow still. Then the guy goes on his own like winning spot and uses one of the plates or the cards to attack the Pikachu, which he wins by a long shot. So that should be clear. Then the last one, the Bulbasaur, gets put into the Charmander, which actually gets put into the field. And he switches his Pikachu. The Charmander moves up. They battle. But then he gets smacked with the Black Hand, so he's allowed to stay. Then he gets surrounded and he gets owned still. Then they battle again. And then he gets smacked with the Black Hand, and he gets smacked with the Black Hand, and the Charmander walks up and wins. I don't know what this Black Hand smacking is, but I didn't understand this battle. And then there's the last one, and all of these are at the same skill level, by the way, around 1500. And look at this one. I'm just not even... this one speaks for itself. Look at how big this 70 attack of the top one guy is. So the first battle is like 70-10, so easy. He moves up, the other guy moves close, they battle. Once again, no chance, 70-40. Even the other guy had a gold attack, I don't know what that means, but it's not powerful enough again. He moves up, the other one tries to stop him. Again, 70-70, but still, it doesn't do anything, and the guy loses. So it can basically go anyway. That's what I'm trying to say. It can go dragged out for freaking long. it can go back and forth with like crazy power ups and things happening and changes and everything, or it's just you get owned and you cannot really do anything about it. But the fun doesn't stop there. No, it gets more. It gets more. There is more. You can also set up your evolutions, but I didn't really get it. I think you have to then, if after you set the evolution, you have to also beat someone in a game. I think it says in like 2 seconds. You now set the evolution. You can evolve your Pokemon in the battle if you knock out or move an enemy Pokemon with it. So yeah, you have to win a battle with it, and then it evolves, and then it gets more damage, which is nice. But there's so many things to think about, and I think it felt a little bit like they wanted to do a little bit too much after Pokemon Go got really big, like what was really big success for a little bit, or for a little while. But so many people thought it had not a lot of options, and it feels like they really tried to outdo themselves this time. And this is another wheel. I don't even know why I got this, but it's giving me more tickets and things, and it's just constantly trying to stimulate you for buying things and keep playing, and that's normal. Every game does this, and I do think it's kind of a good game as a conclusion. As we're working towards a conclusion, we're just gonna let this game play in the background. I think it's funny. It feels a little bit like some company went to Nintendo, or not Nintendo, went to Pokemon, or the Pokemon company, whatever, and said, "Yo, we got this system for like a battling thing. Do you wanna get your Pokemon theme juice on there?" And they went like, "Yep." It doesn't feel like, it's a Pokemon game, so it feels like a Pokemon game, but it doesn't really have to do anything with the adventure and the backstory or of catching Pokemons. And I kind of had the same thing with the Pokemon Go, but then you really still had to go out in the adventure. Kind of, basically, it's just the real world, but it linked a little bit more to the whole Pokemon thing that I grew up with when I was a little kid, them going on adventure and going to all the gyms and trying to get the Pokemons. This doesn't feel like connected to that, it has the same figures, but I don't feel it doesn't do anything for me. It's the same with the Pokemon Go. I think it would be much more interesting in like I said, like an old style Pokemon game, like the red, the blue, and probably the crystal ones. I don't even know what they're called at the moment. They're the same format, just really going on an adventure and trying to beat the gyms and trying to collect these Pokemons. And I think that's it. And this is, yes, you're collecting Pokemons. Yes, you see the Pokemons and they use the attacks and the names and the things that you're used to, but it doesn't feel, for me, it doesn't feel the same. Okay, so let me just wrap up without keep repeating myself and saying the same thing. A rating 1 out of 10. I don't know. There's a lot. I'm gonna give it a 7, because it's still, I think it's a good thing. It's a good game. I don't know if it's gonna have as much attention if it didn't have the whole Pokemon theme to it. It's just, we will still have to wait and see how big it actually is gonna be. But I think it has potential to be good. I don't think it's gonna be like the new Hearthstone or something, which is like a competitive card game, which is totally different, but some other people already compared it to it. I don't think it's gonna be that big. It could be, but I don't think so, and I don't really think it's gonna be that huge. It could be a miss, and it could be really huge, just like Pokemon Go. But for me, this really doesn't do it. If you guys really like it, I'm more than willing to jump back into it and find out if I can actually like it, and see if I can find out some more things about it. But I don't think I'm gonna be playing this a lot. Yeah, I think that's it, guys. I'm gonna send you guys to the end. Or girls, if you're watching, of course. See you later. Thank you very much for watching. Click on the left thumbnail for my most recent upload, or click on the right for a video that suits you best. As always, have a very nice day. I'm out. Peace.